Alrighty, well, hello everyone, and welcome back, or welcome to my new playthrough of Splatoon on the Wii U, Splatoon 1, as they also call it as well. It's my new game playthrough that I'm doing at the moment, after beating Super Mario 64 DS, which it's been a while since I've done that. Now I've moved on to Splatoon, which is the next game on my list of games to do playthroughs on. Been wanting to do this one for a while, but I just haven't had the chance because of the fact that, what do you call it, I've been busy with Cold War and all that other stuff. So first let's start up the customization part. Boy, of course. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it's just a little customization. I'm starting on a new save file because I want to do like the campaign, all that stuff from the beginning. Hey you want to be the freshest squid on the block? We'll teach you some funky fresh moves on the way to Inkopolis. So right now it's with the motion controls on. I'm gonna disable them in a bit because I'm not the biggest fan of the motion controls. I kind of prefer playing with the right C-stick or the right control stick, analog stick. I know, technically speaking, you get more accuracy with this one. It's almost like playing with like a Wii remote in Call of Duty. But I'm gonna choose the, what do you call it, play it without the motion controls just because, you know, again, not the biggest fan. And right now I think I'm not sure if I have to pop all the balloons, but you know, I might as well do that. So yeah, Splatoon originally came out on the Wii U back in 2015, if I'm not mistaken, which is right during my summer break after high school and whatnot. And I remember, yeah, I was a huge fan of it. It's a really great game. It's got a very nice campaign, and the multiplayer was really fun. I got a very good kick out of it. Then of course, after playing the multiplayer for so long, I actually ended up reaching like max level when they raised the level cap. And then also, I remember like, you know, participating in a good chunk of Splatfests that were available at the time. Alright, let's get out of here. It's like easy basic course at the beginning of the game. So let me actually, yeah, let's do a little intro or whatnot. I'm not really going to do much multiplayer, if at all, just because, you know, I know this game is riddled with hackers now. It's not even worth it to play this game anymore. At least the Wii U one. Splatoon 2 is probably still worthwhile until 3 comes out, and then that one will get abandoned. But yeah, this is Inkopolis right here. And now we gotta do the little intro with the Squid Sisters. Hold on to your tentacles. It's Inkopolis news time. Let's unveil the current regular battle stages. You only live there if I was on the ground floor. Step closer to work as an extra minute in bed. Used to work part-time here back in the day. Really, you hardly left the grocery bag. And now the current ranked battle stages. Fantastic. So how exactly does Zed decide who wins a battle? I have no idea. He might have mighty superpowers. So humid here. Battling makes me super sweaty. Yeah, I need a cold shower just thinking about it. Newsflash, newsflash. What is it? What is it? Inkopolis Great Zapfish has vanished. Wait, seriously? If it isn't recovered soon, are we gonna lose power? Oh, I'm sure it'll be fine. Probably. I wonder if it has anything to do with that UFO crash. Sounds like likely to me. Well, that's all for now. Until next time, stay fresh. Welcome to Inkopolis. This is the plaza where all the freshest folk come to look at the krill. Most Inklings here are obsessed with the hottest sport in Inkopolis, ink battles. Crazy tall building in front of you is Inkopolis Tower. It's the most famous landmark. There's a lobby on the first floor of Inkopolis Tower for online battles. It's the Booyah Bay is a shopping mall for all your Inkling needs. can buy all kinds of fresh gear and weapons to use in battle, but check it. The staff in the shops can be snobby bunch. They won't serve you if you don't think you're fresh enough. Battle Dojo is the second floor of the building over there. Check it out if you want to battle friends one-on-one and sharpen your skills. You might want to steer clear of that back alley. It smells a little fishy. And next we have... Huh? Who's that creepy old dude? Seems like the type who would get mixed up in something dangerous. Whatever, why don't you just head to the lobby in Nicopolis Tower? That's where you can get your splat on. Before I do that, let me actually change the controls real quick because I am not playing with. Let's see options. Motion controls off. I think the sensitivity right here is fine for now. Okay. Alright, I'm good to go. Let's start the campaign. And yeah, so this is where you have to go to start the campaign right here. There's a geezer down here. The Octo. The Octarians are coming. No! Oh, hi. Guess I lost my cool for a minute there. I'm Captain Goldfish, leader of the legendary Squidbeak Splatoon. The look in your eyes, it's the look I've been looking for. The great Zapfish that powers Nicopolis has been squid-napped. We'll release you, but it's the work of the Octarians, I just know it. On revenge for the Great Turf War of 100 years ago. I've been keeping an eye on them this whole time, of course. They stole the Great Zapfish right out of under my nose. Please, you gotta help me rescue the Great Zapfish. So, I'm gonna take your silence as a yes. Starting today, you are Agent 3 of the new Squidbeak. That's what it's doing. It's a brand new hero suit. It'll help you fight the Octarians. What a great fit. Or hand-me-down from Agent 1 and 2. Now let's go. Get those Octo jerks. I'm counting on you, bucko. Yeah. Basic controls. Right there. So let me start the first mission. Pretty much I gotta activate these little teapots so I can go and rescue these Zapfishes. Let's see. Now we're on the first level. Octo Trooper Hideout, is the name of the first level. So basically you get your little squid gun and you have to go shoot and ink up the entire area, especially enemies, because that's what they're not immune to, or vulnerable to. Whereas you're also vulnerable to their shots too. And best tip I could really give, especially if you're playing this campaign and you want to complete it 100%, is to try to check every single nook and cranny for hidden objects and stuff like that. Because there are some hidden objects you have to go around and get. And so, the more of these boxes you break, the higher chance you have of finding these things. And also, getting these little orange orbs, like fish orbs, help you upgrade your gear and all that stuff for levels and stuff like that. Yeah, I remember being a huge fan of the campaign, or the multiplayer thing. Multiplayer was so fun. It was definitely like my kind of Call of Duty replacement. After I got, was done Prestige Mastering in Black Ops 2. And then I needed something else to play on the Wii U, because by this time, 2015, Wii U was getting a little stale as far as what games were available on it and what to play. And so by that time I was just like, yeah, I need something new to play. And so luckily this was got released in 2015, because if not, I probably would have gone with the board of the Wii U a lot earlier than I did. And it's kind of helped me not get as bored of it as fast. Nice, I was able to get that guy. And so the whole objective in multiplayer is that, you know, especially in Turf Wars, is just to be able to get as much turf ink as possible, and the team with the most turf ink wins. Oh shoot. And that was bad. Get over here. Nice, it's payback right there for throwing me over. And yeah, this is basically the gist of the campaign, just platformers where you gotta use your ink skills to your advantage. And there's different checkpoints, stuff like that, and then you get 3 lives really. As soon as you use up those lives, you pretty much have to redo the level all over again. So the key is definitely to use all these environments to your advantage like that. Nice. Let me go back up here. There's definitely some hidden stuff over here. Yep. Most definitely something hidden over there. Nice. Like a hidden object right there. If I'm not mistaken, I think this game only had one hidden object you had to find, which was those little like map things. And I just got some armor. More hits. Now I gotta get a key to open the vault. As far as how long I think this playthrough is gonna be, I mean, I think I could probably finish this in 3 parts-ish, more or less. Maybe 4, just depending on how long it takes. But I think this one's definitely just gonna take about 3 parts. And the sequel, probably 4 parts at most, but I think 3 parts should be the average. I mean, from what I remember, the campaign was pretty short, just because of the fact that it's really just levels like this the whole time. I got the key, nice. That's the last area over there. You can see it from here. There's the Zapfish at. Yeah, I mean, it's been a while since I've played this campaign though, so from what I remember, it was about like maybe 6 worlds you have to go through. It's just been so long since I played this one and Splatoon 2, this campaign. Probably longer from this one, because at least, like, I literally only remember playing this campaign maybe once. Technically twice if you count me going back for those hidden objects I had to get. Complete. Now we'll move onward. There's one Zapfish down. Since the time a rare type of electric catfish known as the Zapfish has been prized by Inkling society as a source of energy. In fact, the entire city of Inkopolis is powered by a single 100-year-old great Zapfish. And so yeah, the benefit of these little maps is they actually give you some backstory into the lore of Splatoon, which is really neat. Alright, let's move on to mission 2. Lair of the Octoballs. And yeah, each world is like this, where there's a certain set of levels, and by beating them, all the levels, you get access to the boss level, and then once you beat the boss level, of course, you're pretty much set, and you cleared that world. Nice. Little sneak grenade right there. Let's get up here. There we go. get those guys ahead of time. Yeah, I remember when I did play the story mode, or the campaign, the multiplayer of this game. I remember I played it a bunch with my buddy Chris Fox12, especially during its prime. I remember he got the game after I did, and he made it pretty far as far as levels go. I think I ended up, I don't know if he ended up ever finishing, like, getting to max level and all that other stuff, like me, but he definitely got close. So we would literally play this game for like maybe like 5 hours a day, especially during a Splatfest. Like you already know we were dedicating at least 3 hours on the Splatfest, because that's how long it would roughly take us to get to max rank during a Splatfest, which was like a a certain ranking we had to reach by the end of it. The better ranking we got, the better the prize was at the end, and even better if our team ended up winning, and then our prize pool would be doubled. Get up here before he clears that out. There's technically shortcuts you can do in a lot of these missions too. Let me see if I can actually get a cool one. I'll try to attempt it. But for the most part, a lot of these levels are pretty linear. And if I miss Octo Scroll, then of course I'm gonna have to go back and try to beat that level a second time, and this time finding the Octo Scroll, of course. Nice. Yeah, just making sure I don't miss anything. Cool. Another checkpoint. So far, so good. Cool. Yeah, I mean, overall, I'd say the campaign of this is pretty solid. I played, as far as which one is better though, Splatoon 1 or Splatoon 2's campaign, I think Splatoon 2 had some better levels overall, but I mean, that's because that was the sequel, and obviously they proved upon a lot of the aspects of this game, and they were able to be more creative with levels because they added new features and stuff like that. And then I never played Octo expansion, so I'm definitely gonna have to purchase it. What do you call it? To be able to play through it, because I definitely want to play through it for stream. There's definitely something hidden up here. That's the sapfish. I don't want to get that just yet. What's over here then? Okay. I missed the scroll then. I would have gotten it by now. Unless it's like hiding behind one of these platforms over here that I don't know about. Which could be the case. trying to think of where it could be then. I mean, literally checked almost every area. Huh. Alright, well, I'll come back to this level. For sure. Yeah, there's gonna be levels like that where it's like they're not that easy to find. Let me upgrade my stuff. I wonder if it'll let me. Yeah. I can't upgrade that yet. I need more of those. Let's go to this level next. Rise of the Octocopters. And then the soundtrack in this game is pretty nice too. I think that's the song that kind of reminds me of like the Rugrats, maybe. There's like one of the songs on here that just like screams Rugrats for me, and I don't know if it's just like the instrumentals used or something, but yeah, I think it's definitely this song. I'll let you know when we get to that part of the song. But it just literally screams Rugrats to me. And also Ed and Eddie with that thing. Kind of reminds me of that one instrument that probably was the same instrument that Double D was playing that in that one episode. Yeah, this part right here. This is definitely Rugrats. Yeah, it sounds just like the Rugrats theme almost. Kind of like that. Doo 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 doo. Well, not the same rhythm, but like the same like, kind of like, I don't know. It seems like a toddler's kind of like play theme or something. I don't know, something like that. It's kind of hard to explain for those who haven't seen the show. You know what I'm talking about. But it kind of just reminds you of that. I really like that show, the Rugrats. It was a nice show. I know they were making a reboot, but I'm not sure how I feel about the reboot. You know, it's kind of modernized it, and I mean, it looks like they're gonna keep it consistent to how it was like in the original, as far as like the premise and, you know, the characters and all that other stuff. I guess obviously just in modern times now, instead of you know, I got a special weapon. Instead of the 90s / early 2000s that the show takes place in. And that was one of the special weapons that you can actually get in multiplayer thing, Zuka. You'll actually be able to get a lot of the special weapons from the multiplayer in here, too. Nice aspect. So for sure, if you want to get into the Splatoon multiplayer, definitely play a good chunk of the campaign if you want to get good with the mechanics and stuff like that, because that's what I did, and the campaign definitely helps out a good bit. I remember when I first got the game, I mainly focused on multiplayer because I got to play the demo that they had available for people to play before the game came out. And yeah, I mean, it was pretty fun. I mean, I got to play with it, and I got used to the controls pretty fast, so I was just like, the campaign kind of wasn't necessary for me, but I mean, for those who didn't get to play the demo, it definitely helps out a lot. Especially when you start getting used to like splatting the walls and all that other stuff, and using that to your advantage. Nice. A final checkpoint? No? Second final checkpoint. This is final checkpoint. Leap to victory, and I got some bonuses. Sweet. I mean, most levels, when you're done exploring, take about, I guess, 5 to 10 minutes. Seems like that's the progress I'm doing right now. Seems to be an Octarian assault vehicle, but it doesn't appear to be an engine. The big question then, how does it move? It frighteningly clear that the source of Octarian power lies outside the realm of established science. And now we've reached the boss area. That fish powers opened up the boss kettle. Do it. Squish, squash, squish, the mighty Octo Stomp. Let's do this. And there's that fish right there, and they got sucked up. This boss is pretty fun. Alright. It's almost like a giant Thwomp/Thwomp where you have to like make it fall, and then you can attack its weakness from behind. You can do that a few times. Every time you beat it once, it does a checkpoint, and then in that checkpoint time, he clears out the whole area. Oh, I wasn't able to make that on time. Nice. Alright, final phase. Dang. Actually got me. Nice. Cleared it. Splash. And I got a scroll. The mighty Octo Stomp was squashed. Alas, they have the great Octo weapons on their side.
At any rate, the good work, Agent 3. Keep it up. It's a long road to great Zapfish.
Nice. Anti-Octopus Weapon Blueprints. Designer Moses Schellendorf. Ammo Knight, Booyah Base, First Floor, Inkopolis, 11-1. He's open now. Let's head to the next area. Yes, shit. You can pretty much see most of the levels throughout here, which is kind of neat. So it's kind of like a Peach's Castle giant hub world thing where you can pretty much see all the levels before you. So there'll be some levels I gotta do later for sure. So let's go over here to this skate park, I guess. Level 6, Propeller Lift Playground, Whispers on the Wind. I guess in this part, I'm going to kind of do it out of order, or not really care about the order, because it's like, I'm just going to pick a level and go to it and deal with it when I do. Yes, nice one, bucko. Bravo indeed. Now I gotta use this propeller thing. Nice. Make sure I don't miss anything. Open fire. Perfect. Make sure I don't miss anything with these. And so Splatoon 3 got announced not too long ago, so I'm definitely excited for that. It looks like it's definitely going to be a fun time. And I'm going to have to get into that multiplayer with, see if my other buddies want to get into it. Maybe Chris or Ricky Boss or one of them want to play it. If Ricky Boss gets a Switch or something like that. Splatoon's definitely a fun game for sure. Oh, secret area. Figured. That was oddly suspicious. Be careful with the water though. Water insta-kills you in this game. So, Inkling's main weakness is water. Even though they're squids, they're not those types of squids anymore. Ink is their new water. Yeah, a lot of these levels aren't too overcomplicated either. But there are going to be some tough ones though to look forward to. The Department of Energy has announced that further declines in the availability of electric power are likely to occur in the near future. Underground domes also deteriorating rapidly. The future does not look bright. Not gonna upgrade just yet, old man. I gotta get more pieces first. But yeah, this game also reminds me of Sunshine in that it's basically a reverse Sunshine. But instead of, cleaning ink stains, you're actually spreading them, spreader flatfest, ink stains and teardrops. It's a neat concept to think about, reverse Sunshine. They really should make another Sunshine. Let's be real here, Nintendo. We've been needing a Sunshine for a while now. Stay away from that scrub. You can always go back on those checkpoints, which is convenient. In case you miss something. there's anything else to the side. And the fact that it's a third-person shooter definitely gives you more visibility. I definitely have to ride on these. Oh, I see. There's something hidden over there though. Let me get some of those. I meant to get those hidden sea egg things. Hidden scroll fish right there. Fish scroll, whatever these things are called. Uh-oh. Okay, you didn't save my what do you call it? Me getting the scroll. I have to get it again. That's the main downside of not getting these scrolls right off the bat, is missing out on your chance of getting it to stay, or not getting a checkpoint or whatnot. Alright. Shields. Let's get this balloon real quick. And final checkpoint. There's some platforms that you can't hide behind. Nice. There you go. Period level 7. Awesome. The ink spray during a turf war vanishes almost immediately after the battle ends. How environmentally friendly and incredibly convenient. Nice. Floating sponge garden, soak it up. Yeah, that's really cool though, because a lot of these, like the sponge thing right here and those weird big chubby fish that you spray down. A lot of those stuff are in the what's it called, multiplayer map, so you do end up utilizing them again for later, which is great training if you get to use them beforehand, like I am. The thing with these sponges though is if an enemy shoots it, then it'll actually shrink back down. You gotta be careful with them too, especially in later levels. Double check, yeah, I didn't miss any scrolls. Doesn't look like I have, but you always want to double check. See, they just shrunk one of my sponges. And this music kind of reminds me of Earthbound. Okay, it doesn't look like there's anything else missing here. I'm almost at the final checkpoint. Perfect. These guys with the cannon. Nice. I haven't found the scroll yet though. I think I might have missed this one too. Well, that's like hidden near the end of the level and I don't know it. Sometimes they do that too. They'll just hide the scroll like in a corner near the end of the level. But I guess I missed this one, huh? Oh well, we'll come back. So yeah, I mean, from the progress so far, yeah, definitely a 2-part or maybe 3-parter stream series for sure. Gusher gauntlets. Let's do this. I don't know what this song reminds me of. Kind of reminds me of like a crazy Nickelodeon bumper. mean, they were all pretty crazy. I remember. So I used to watch cable. Those were like miniature versions of those giant square, that giant square enemy I faced before, the boss. The squid boss. You're looking at rock formations back here. Okay, final checkpoint already. It's a very well hidden fish for sure. If I missed it. Maybe I haven't missed it, but I don't know. There's a sapfish. Okay, well I got the scroll. Okay, that wasn't too bad, but it wasn't on the final checkpoint, so it is possible for scrolls to be on the final checkpoint. Cool. Cool. Too bad you can't see the bottom screen. Not that there's much to see on this in this game's body screen. Scroll was found in deep rock layer. Its age estimated at approximately 2,000 years ago. Details the ancient turf wars of the time. The basic 4 versus 4 battle format had already been established at this stage. Alright, gotta take 2 more of that fish. Definitely level up here. Octoling invasion. Alright, it's the first time we're gonna have to deal with the standard octolings. The ones that are basically just inklings. That fish is back there. This is actually one of the multiplayer stages. Yes, we got octolings up ahead. How the guys can turn into octopuses and swim too. It's the closest thing you get to bots in this game as far as like multiplayer-esque. Yeah, this map is pretty open. I remember when I got to play this map here before I got to play it in the actual multiplayer, because the funny thing, a lot of these multiplayer maps started off as like Octolink stages like this, and didn't get turned into actual multiplayer maps until updates later. Because when the game first started, I think there was only like 4 levels in the game, or 4 maps, and then once the game really started kicking off, that's when they started doing updates that added the rest of these stages. And eventually, it just became brand new stages that weren't even from the campaign at all. And I think, there's the hidden swamp. Nope, that one almost got me. I always remember the combat for this game, especially in multiplayer. It was very intense, like Call of Duty-esque intense. And there is a competitive scene to this game. I never got like that into it. I mean, I was pretty competitive at the game, but not to the level to where I was going to tournaments and stuff like that. But I don't, you know, would have been interesting to see how I would have performed in tournaments. I think that's the last one. Nice. Ooh, and I got a bonus. Well, I'm gonna upgrade my weapon now, because I definitely need to do that now. Paradise lost by Octogalio. Yes. And now my gun has a better fire rate. You can actually unlock this gun in multiplayer as well, the campaign gun. And if you get all the scrolls, you can actually unlock a secret multiplayer weapon too. Identified flying objects. And this is actually the little training level I got to play. That's an Octo Striker. Beware the ink strikes, which are actually a special weapon you can use in the multiplayer as well, using the touchscreen. There's some special weapons that got brought back from Splatoon 1 and Splatoon 2 for the multiplayer, but a good chunk of them actually got cut, which is kind of sad because there's some... Splatoon 1 definitely had some really good special weapons, and some actually were better than the ones in the sequel, honestly, but I mean the sequel definitely introduced some neat special weapons too, and I feel like the third one's definitely going to do the same thing real well. Bring back some classic ones, but then also introduce some new stuff. It also brought back a lot of the multiplayer maps too from this game as well, which is definitely a good callback for sure. Alright, let's see here. Scroll. Oh, there's some hiding. Let's same UFO. Nice. Yeah, to fight this big chungus of a creature. This is almost like a mini boss. Nice. Great fish, oh boy. Nice. Yeah, and I mean, I had a few other friends that were into Splatoon as well. One of my sister's friend's brother was into this game too. It seems that some Octarians can assume humanoid form. Specimens have superior physical capabilities and are highly aggressive. High-ranking individuals have kept in their heads. But what motivates them, if anything at all? The Grand Cattle has been unlocked. Nice. Shooting the sneeze, the dreaded octo nozzle. And yet another is that fish? What is that? This going over here. And from that, vulnerable. It almost reminds me of that boss from Banjo-Tooie, from what's it called, in the first world. What was it called? Mayhem Temple. He left a bunch of streaks right there. Final things. Definitely not happy now. And he's down for the count. Yeah, this is one of those games that definitely didn't really utilize the gamepad too much. Just for like, you know, like a HUD map, and then also for the special moves. I mean, multiplayer definitely required just because the special moves required it, but you could have literally played this game with a pro controller in multiplayer, or actually in the local multiplayer. You can't play it in the campaign, I think, but they didn't let you play using it in the multiplayer, which is kind of dumb. And I mean, I can understand the fact that it's because you need the touchscreen and do special moves.
Scratchy scratch. What's that sound? Fish. That's the radio must be broken.
You're doing great, Agent 3. Don't let up. Yeah, I mean, what sucked is that, I mean, they could have done it to where you could have used kind of like a map thing, like in multiplayer. Where you could have, like in Call of Duty where you can have just use the main screen instead of a touch screen. But I guess they didn't want to, like, you know, I don't know, I guess they just wanted you to, their preferred way for the, that they wanted you to play was definitely with the gamepad, but I mean, the gamepad's alright for what it is. I just would have preferred if they would have let you use the Pro Controller, because the Pro Controller is very comfortable. It's one of Nintendo's better controllers for sure. Although obviously the Switch one improved upon the fact, and you know, in some ways, I mean, it's basically the same controller overall, but it's just like, you know, I think they did manufacture it a little better. Although, I mean, obviously there's the whole drift situation, which, you know, obviously Nintendo could definitely improve on. Invisible avenues, find your path. So hopefully Nintendo fixes all this drift stuff, because it's definitely going to cost them for sure. They don't fix it. And this level with the invisible paths. And then you gotta like reveal with the touchscreen or with the ink. We got some octolings appearing here. Make sure I don't miss anything else. And now octolings are just gonna periodically show up like humanoid versions on levels every once in a while. Aside from their dedicated level on every world, of course. Oh, they just fell off. That's funny. I wonder if I can break the boxes from over here. I'm just curious. Well, that cost me a checkpoint, but I mean, it's all good. I just want to see if it's good. Well, it probably is, but you know, I have to be a little experimental and find out for myself. Oh, well, it definitely covered the ink over there, but I didn't break the box. That's still neat, though, that you can actually do that in faraway sections. It's neat to know. There's probably some game-breaking glitches you can do with that knowledge. Okay, there was hidden platforms over here, I was gonna say. Okay, so there's more to this section. Okay. Nice. More hidden paths. I mean, the cool thing is that you don't need these platforms to be here. Or you need the ink to cover up the platforms to be able to walk on them, because that'd be kind of annoying if you couldn't. So I mean, if you know your way around this area, you could literally skip this whole thing without having to actually ink up anything, which is kind of neat to think about. Sure there aren't any hidden paths around. Oh shoot. Well, I ran out of ink there. Oh man, I was gonna take a hit to the face anyway. Just watching. Oh, there's the great Zapfish. Alright, you're gonna beat the level of that. And then the final checkpoint. I wonder if you can beat the whole thing without using a single checkpoint. I don't know that you get any bonus points for it, but you know, it's still be cool to accomplish. Nice. Nope, no bonus points or anything like that. It's more, you know, safety reasons they use those checkpoints. Twice a year, the Inkopolis Collection Fashion Show captures the hearts and minds, wallets of the city's youth. Is there no room in these creatures' minds for anything but battle and fashion? Probably not. Alright, so I can't go up there. Go on this side. The Flutter Junkyard. Renegade robots. Yeah, I remember one of everyone's favorite weapons to use in the multiplayer was this golden one called like the arrow spray or something like that, RG. It was one of the secret weapons you can get from the story mode or whatnot. Get on top of these guys. I guess there isn't anything up there, so it's not necessary. Yeah, there's no hidden boss or anything like that, so probably fine. Missing out on that. Something hidden over there, though. This little quick jump. See if I can do another one. And I have to come back to that area. Yes. Nope. Armor. Let's go through here. Another vault, but I need the key to open it. And so the Aerospray RG is pretty OP. They did bring it back in the sequel, but I think it wasn't as good as it was in the original. I mean, the regular Aerospray was just like a... I feel like they were very, very, very similar, but there was just something about the RG that, like, you know, made it a little bit more OP than the regular one. Like, I think the fire rate was a little better, or I could just be wrong, they were both the same stats overall, but everyone just preferred the RG, because one, it was easier to get. Like, you literally could have been at level 1, and as long as you beat the campaign and got all the, you know, what's it called, scrolls, then, I mean, you're pretty much set. Whereas in the original Aerospray, you had to get to, like, level 20 something, like really late level to get the regular Aerospray, from what I remembered. And then in the sequel, obviously they had already had the level cap at 50 from the start. Originally in this game, level cap was 20, and then they raised it to 50. I think that ended up being max level, was 50. And then in 2, the original max level was 50. And then they raised the cap to 99, and then after that they added kind of prestiges like Call of Duty, where once you get to like max level you can pretty much prestige in a way, and then like restart at level 1. But I mean, I think the farthest I made it was like in level 60s or something like that, maybe more or less right around there, because at that point, like, it took too much time to freaking try to get to, like, a higher level, and by the time they introduced the whole prestiging mechanic, like, I was already, like, you know, pretty much retired from the game at that point. Like, I'd already played enough of it to be like, alright, well, I'm pretty much done here, so, you know, I don't really need to, you know, play the game anymore. And stuff right there. And I think Chris was also pretty exhausted from the game by the time, I think, like I said, I think he reached max level in this game. Not sure if he did it and got to 50 in the original though, or in 2. First battle of the Great War ended in victory for the Octarian forces. The diligent Octarians easily dominated the Inklings, who were unable to wake early enough in the morning to defeat and defend themselves. But yeah, I mean, I had way more people to play online with Splatoon 1. Splatoon 2, I mean, I did play with Sean and Chris. Chris I played with the most. Sean was like probably the second most. Then some of Chris's friends, like this one friend he has named Thomas, I played with a decent bit. And there's some other people too. Octoling Assault, skirmish at the skate park. Yep, another multiplayer level. Here come the Octolings, ahoy!
It's saying about them down.
At this point, the AI does start to get a little bit more intelligent. How they go about attacking you. Not by much, however, they're still pretty easy. Right, I remember using like the sickest spots to freaking necessarily camp, but yeah, just more or less get kills. I mean, kills weren't the main objective of multiplayer, although they really should have added a mode like that where it's all about just splatting people. But it was more so just the ink that was the biggest thing, and then also like the battle modes, which were like more competitive in nature. Those were pretty sweaty, and I remember I wasn't the biggest fan of some of them. Like, there were multiple types, but I don't know. I just wasn't the biggest fan of those, just because I don't know. It just didn't really appeal to me. It was too sweaty. Alright, super. Shields. Where's the skull? Nice, and that's all of them right there. I remember so easy to spawn lock people on this level too. It was kind of funny. Spawn locking was like a major issue in Splatoon on a lot of the levels, especially before they got patched. It's crazy how easy it was to just like get people trapped in their like spawning area, and then just like as long as you kept the barrage going, like there was no way for them to get out. I mean, eventually they could power up their special moves from just inking a bunch of, you know, areas and then you inking them back and then kind of creating unlimited supply, but it took forever to do, and by the time they finally got there, you know, special attacks, it was too late. Lady Luck showing down on the Inklings and the Historians today. I agree. Victory over the Octarians is mostly due to their superior number of limbs. See here. Shifting platforms, midnight rendezvous. Alright, let's see here. Gotta watch out for these moving platforms. Yeah, you can slip through them in squid form. If not, you're gonna get pushed off. So the cool part about the sequel, though, is definitely introduced a lot more side modes, like the bass missions and stuff like that, or salmon run. I mean, not bass. Salmon Run, which was a very, very fun kind of like Call of Duty Zombies-esque mode, where instead of working against players, you had to like team up with them to defeat things. So it was a neat little addition, you know, of a mode. A lot of the enemies are basically enemies from the story mode campaign. And there were some new enemies as well, of course. Oh shoot. I didn't realize that that platform was moving too. That was my bad. Shields active. That's it for that section. some more stuff over here. Of course, the squirrel. Let's go up here. Obviously, you can't ink that. A weird plasticky platform. Oops. Some hidden balloons over here too. Nope. Nope. You think there's anything up there? Oh shoot. Dang, platforms. I was almost done too. Probably easier to do it this way, ain't it? Sort of the overcomplicated way that I was trying to do it before. Nice. And I'm just gonna mainly upgrade my weapon. I feel like that's my strongest utility to be upgrading. Held by the loud explosions, the great octo weapons quickly stormed the Inkling's central stronghold. Victory for the Octarians seemed all but certain. Being carelessly pulled from its socket, their hopes were dashed. Still need 1,000 to upgrade that to level 3. That's the mega kettle, or the boss kettle. Excuse me, got the cuttlefish. I need to get up here. Oh, I see a level. Oh, yes. King Hill Skyscape, walking a fine line. And I'm almost done with this first part. Look at that. Just got like 30 minutes left. Made some good progress though. By the look of it, I'll definitely be finishing it in 2 parts, and that third one will most likely be a thing if I don't get all the ink scrolls on the first run. So the last part will definitely be the shortest one. I might do some multiplayer in there. Why not? Just for old time's sake. There's like a little bonus as well. Or anything else I can pretty much show off in the game that I haven't already showed off. The sneak attack there. If there ain't anything else I'm missing. these boxes. I guess I get to use these as platforms too, like that. I knew it. Final checkpoint, I presume? Or second final. Alright, perfect. In that area with these. Final checkpoint. Nope. Nope. Got some bonus for having the Ingzuka on me. With the creatures of the surface driven to ascension by the rising sea levels, the answers of the Inklings were free to haul their 10-legged bodies up onto the land. This is how the mollusk era began. Alright, I'm just missing one more of that fish. Oh, there's it is. Another flying objects one. Undeniable flying objects. It's like Striker Agent 3. This is actually another multiplayer map right here. This one got introduced pretty late into the game too. This one, the last campaign ones to get introduced, and this was actually a really fun map, which I think they did bring back in the sequel Splatoon 2. It was so popular. I mean, I enjoyed this map pretty much, a lot too. This is a very fun one. Definitely in my top 3. Even for the modes that I wasn't a fan of, this map was fun to play. Oh, broke my shield. There's the hidden scroll. The bubbler. Another one of the special moves in the multiplayer. Alright. I don't want to go squid there. I've done that a few times. And once I played the multiplayer, is go squid on those sections. Special bubble. I hit him even before we finished doing that. Nice. Get that fish acquired. Sweet. It's the only existing photograph of the legendary Squidbeak Splatoon. The young man folding his arms appears to be the leader when the picture was taken. Great tour or had been raging on for over a year. Now we got access to the boss ghetto. And the third boss. Roll with the punches, they're rampaging off the world. Let's see what we got going for us. Oh yeah, it's the giant clam one, I remember him. So you kind of just have to wait till he attacks you, and then his opening gets revealed. And Ray's done spinning. Or he has to spin into your ink. Once he's gone into it enough times, then he slows down and gets trapped. Oh, now we got some moving platform. There we go. So now it's time for phase 3. Now we got some glass structures that can't be inked up. Oh, we almost got trapped. There we go. And he's down for the count. Nice. That wasn't too bad. And I got the last scroll from this world. Which means I actually got all those scrolls from World 3.
Oh dang it, you three are on fire. But I've got bad feeling about, well, I'll just take a quick look for myself. By the way, I've been meaning to introduce you to Agent 1 and 2. So I'll assemble and I'll bake some Krabby Cakes. Tall fish. No, it can't be. Wow, time to face the musical timer. Whoa. Wait. Stop. No. Stretch one cuttlefish.
And a cuttlefish has been captured. Yeah, I got all the ones from this world, so this world's complete. Now I can go to... Well, I actually got exactly 1,000. Yes, I'm definitely going to upgrade that to level 3. Increase max rate fire. Nice. Alright. Yeah, it's definitely a lot faster now. And now we move on to World 4. And this is the next area. Octo Sniper Ramparts and incredible arm. This rate of fire should definitely help out. Taking out those guys a lot quicker. Just make sure I got everything around here. They're down, here they go. This little hidden scroll, that one isn't too hidden. Nice. Checkpoint here. Careful with that water. There was no water there, never mind. careful with that. I don't want this guy messing up the platform. On that checkpoint. Sweet. Yeah, there's other interesting news. The Orlando trip went very well. Definitely be expecting a vlog from me on that pretty soon. I'll upload part 1. I'll have part 1 of the Orlando trip uploaded, what's it called, tomorrow, and then keep uploading different parts every week, of course. Just to keep vlogs on a consistent flow. Crack, shish, crack. Hello, can you hear me? Hello? You're holding it upside down. Oh, Agent 1, the new squid be reporting in. Agent 2, also reporting in. We got an SOS from Captain Cuttlefish. Are you Agent 3? Don't worry, we're your new support team. Yep, we're taking over for Captain. Well, we're gonna try. But we gotta hurry or the captain is as good as sushi. Well, let's roll, Agent 3. And yeah, I'll definitely be playing some Cold War Night with Ricky Boss, so really check that out later. These two cousins from Calamari County won Inkopolis' first annual youth folk singing contest. Their remarkable voices earned them standing ovation from all present and captivated them into the spotlight. Also known as the, what's it called, Squid Sisters. Okay, there are enemy kettles over here. Tumbling platforms, the tentacles of fate. Probably have enough time for 2 more levels. Where'd that platform go? Looking good, Agent 3. Oh, there were things over here I didn't even notice. Right on the stage lights. It shows you how easy it is to miss stuff on here. You're not looking too hard enough. That's probably the only thing I missed, hopefully. Don't lose your balance now. That'll be good. Nailed it. checkpoint. Nice. Ticket right there. We reach final checkpoint. We're not afraid of heights. Nice hit and scroll. Finally free and it's Sapfish time. Yes, it is. Oh shoot. Dang, slippery platforms. There's mission 19 cleared and ready to... It's the big fluffy one providing shelter for the little fishy one. Or is it the little fishy one manipulating the big fluffy one? We may never know. Unwelcoming flying object. Underpass filtration. Yep, another campaign. Or multiplayer mission. Ocean underpass. Oh, sniffing shine. It's an octar striker. Hey, they're not having it away. This is the original Ocean Underpass. This map actually got redone quite a bit in the sequel. Yeah, this is the OG form of Ocean Underpass. The new version ended up changing up quite a bit of things, but this original version is included in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe as a battle stage. It's pretty neat. definitely say Card 8 Deluxe was definitely way superior over the original in so many ways. It wasn't even funny. It was a good thing too. It fixed the battle mode. It fixed much of the problems with the original. Secret scroll. Oh, I got the bomb rush. Let's fight this thing again. Go. Nice. Good bonus for not using my power up. Nice. What is this? It looks just like the part of that shoe shop. Could there have been an ancient creature that consumed prawns as food? Terrifying thought indeed. Nice, and this way you'll save the great Zapfish in no time. That I will. I think that's gonna be it for now. I'm gonna save the rest for part 2 for sure, which it looks like we're already halfway done with the campaign. As you can see with the Sunken Scrolls, I pretty much got more than half already completed, so that means that the other half is yet to be completed, and that'll be done on part 2. One more thing I wanted to show you before that is I gotta exit this area. Back to World 1. Going back here, back to Inkopolis. Now that I got all the Sunken Scrolls from one world, I can go to this guy over here. Actually, oh hello, I'm sorry, but I'm afraid we have a sort of rule here. See, we don't sell people who aren't fresh enough. Once you've reached, say, level 4, I should be able to help you. Maybe you could visit the lobby and play some regular battles. That might help you level up. Eat it, loser. I guess, yeah, I can't access that. That's why it hasn't told me that I unlocked the weapon yet, probably, because I don't have... Well, I wonder if he'll say anything, though. Because I did collect all of them, either way. Now, is that truly the only weapon in your possession? You'll need more than that if you want to be taken seriously around here. Offer help, but I'm not sure you had my firepower at low level 1. No, I simply can't let you adopt any of my beautiful children until level 2, at the very least. Go raise your level in some regular battles and then come see me again. Okay, yeah, so I ain't even visited that yet. Okay, it's all good. And yeah, one of the things that got removed too is the Miiverse functionality, so you can't post messages on Miiverse anymore. Because Miiverse already got discontinued, so you can just see like random people's names from multiplayer probably. Or these are probably all stock ones, like they aren't actually real people. Maybe they are. But I guess with this game has a sort of SBMM kind of thing, But it's more so on levels than I think anything. Maybe there's some win factors in there too, but for the most part it's actually based on your level, and it kind of averages out the type of people you're gonna face. And so these are probably all the low-level players on and about right now that do still play this game. I mean, I'm sure there's still a good chunk of people that play this game, but it's unfortunately filled with hackers now, so it's probably not worth playing anymore. But yeah, I mean, there it is right there. That's it for right now. Thank you guys so much for watching the stream. Be sure to leave a like, comment, and share the video. Let me know how it did. And as always, God bless. Have a great rest of your day, and be sure to check me out on part 2 of Splatoon 1's campaign, as well as some Cold War multiplayer today and tomorrow.